Hello and welcome. So in this year, we're going to start all our classes with a mantra and finish with manifestation. And these are thanks to Roxy Nafusi. So let's just pick one out. Okay. I'm excited for the opportunities that each new day brings. That's a great one for January, a great one to have. So excited for the opportunities that each new day brings. So think about the wonderful opportunities that lay ahead for you today and this week and embrace them. Okay, today we're going to do everything facing down. So we'll either be down on the mat or all fours. We're going to start with swimming, then do plank, then we're going to get on to all fours, do superhero, then do kicks to the sky and finish with rainbow. So it's going to be short and sweet and go, go, go. So start with swimming. So if you could bring yourself down onto your mat and try and relax down here, so have your knees hip width apart and your feet hip width apart, and you're going to be facing down to the floor. I'd like you to have your arms in front of you, cactus style, so that means just like this, and we're going to place our head down in the mat, like that. I'm just going to lift my head so I can talk. So I'd like you to start by taking a deep inhale here, and exhale. Continue with your own breath. When you're breathing, it's deep lateral thoracic breathing. So really expand that rib cage. Feel that rib cage pressing against the mat, pressing down. I'd also like you to engage your core. So your belly button should just be pulling slightly away from the mat, just so you feel that engagement of the core there. And similarly with your pelvic floor, you're engaging your pelvic floor. So you're drawing it up, up. And you should really engage your pelvic floor on your exhale. Okay, so try and focus on that too. Lie tall, so imagine that gold thread pulling your head up to the other side of the room. So we're going to start here. So I'm going to take a deep inhale, exhale, engage my pelvic floor. Again, inhale, and on the exhale, I just want you to lift your head, nothing else but your head, and down again. Inhale. Exhale, lift your head and engage that pelvic floor. Right, you may stay at this level and continue with your own breath, but next time, if you wish, you may raise your arms with your head. It's a gentle movement, a slow movement, and a controlled movement. It's exhale on the lift, inhale, exhale. Now you may stay at this level, or for an optional progression, as you raise, you then put your arms ahead of you, then draw them back and back down again. And you may stay at this level, or you may go down a level if you prefer, or another optional progression is this time as you come up, lift your feet and lower part of your legs off the ground. Exhale as you lift, inhale on the return. Three more. Good job. Well done. Excellent. Now I'd like you to come up onto all fours. And we're going to go into a plank. So I'd like you to start on all fours. I'd like you to have your hands shoulder width apart and stacked under your shoulders, your knees hip width apart and stacked under your hips. And we're going to inhale, we're going to engage that core, we're going to engage that pelvic floor, we're going to be doing deep lateral thoracic breathing, and on the first one we're just going to lift our knees. So inhale here, On the exhale, curl your toes under and lift. Back down again. If you're a beginner, you may do this throughout the plank, okay? So inhale, exhale and lift. So if you're a beginner, continue with that. If you'd like to advance further into the plank, and this is a full plank, or you may be on your forearms if that's easier. So come into your full plank. So your hands should be under your shoulders. Your feet should be around hip width apart. And you should have a flat back. Your eyes should be looking down between your hands. Imagine you have a really good book between your hands, or that mantra between your hands. I'm excited for new opportunities that each day brings. Imagine that's written between your hands and you're just studying it. And you're thinking, what new opportunities am I excited for? Maybe it's something at work, maybe it's something in your personal life, maybe it's something with your family, maybe it's just a night out you've got coming up, or a lovely walk, or a cuddle with your dog. Deep inhale, and then when you're ready, you're going to draw your knees forward, toes together, sit back, bottom towards your feet, bottom towards your heels. Stretch your arms forward. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Deep breath here. We're in child's pose. Deep breath for child's pose. Good job. 2 down, 3 to go. So next we're going to do superhero. So we're going to be on all fours. Knees hip width apart. Just going to check I can, yeah, just about. Okay. So hands below your shoulders again, shoulder width apart. We're going to take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to take one arm and the opposite leg out straight. And I'm choosing to point my toes, so that's plantar flexi, and stretch out. And my eyes are down, still reading that mantra, and exchange. So please continue with your own breath. You should be doing deep inhales and deep exhales. I'm not breathing properly because I'm talking, but I hope you are. You should be engaging your core to that 20 to 30%. So your core remains engaged throughout these exercises. And your pelvic floor, engage it on the breath out and then relax it on the breath in. Eyes are down, core is engaged. Inhale. Sorry, that should have been inhale on the floor. Don't worry, it's with your own breath. Inhale, exhale, engage that pelvic floor. Good job. Keep it going. Couple more either side. And then we'll move on to our last 2. Good job. Okay, if you want a stretch, you can do child's pose again. Good job. Okay, back onto all fours, but this time we're going to come onto our elbows. In fact, I'm just going to roll my sleeves up. So we're going to be on our elbows. So you can have your hands together, or you can have your hands flat on the mat. Your knees should be hip width apart, as usual. And we're going to do some kicks to the sky and a crossover kick. So I just want you to start with a deep inhale here. and exhale. So deep inhale, feel that rib cage and relax the pelvic floor. Exhale, engage the pelvic floor, engage your core. Okay, here we go. Inhale. On your exhale, lift, and we're going to pulse. 10, 9, 8. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. And now we're going to draw it in to the opposite knee and then draw it out to the opposite side. So draw it in across the opposite, behind the opposite knee, and draw it out to the side. This is number 4, I think. I'm going to go for 10. Continue with your breath. It's 5. Good job. Back down. Now the other side. Deep inhale. Exhale to the sky. I'm going to go 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. And then we're going to go opposite side and then out. Draw it in behind the opposite knee and then push up and out. And you'll see I have dorsiflexi. So my toes are towards my shin, or my feet are flat. Naughty toes, if you like. Deep lateral thoracic breathing. So expand that rib cage, fill your belly. Confess I've lost count, so I'm just going to do 2 more. There we go. And back to the first side. Good job. So inhale. Exhale, lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So it's just these pulses we do here. And then draw it in behind the opposite knee and out. Dorsiflexing that foot. So that ankle is working as well. If you ever have a little bit of tension, a little bit of pain in your foot, it might be your tendons, they might be tight or maybe inflamed. And doing exercises that strengthen the ankle will help. You strengthen the muscles in the ankle, but also give the ankle that flexibility and that mobility that will really help relieve pain, relieve the tension. Okay, and the last one here, and then back to the other leg. Inhale, pulses to the sky. 3, 2, 1, and then draw it in and out. So my foot is flexed, drawing it in behind the back knee and then out to the side. This is a great one because we've got mobility and flexing of the knee, flexing of the ankle, mobility in the hip. You're engaging your core. You're working your hamstrings and your glutes. So good job everyone. Okay, back down again. And just come into child's pose if you'd like that release again. Good job. We're almost there, we're on our last one. It's flown by, hasn't it? So for our last one, we're going to do rainbow toes. So come back onto your forearms, knees hip width apart. And I'm going to do, hopefully I've got enough space, but what I'd like you to do is bring your toes and pointing your toes, so flexing, plantar flexing your toes, and then rainbow over. I think I've just about got enough room here. So I'm rainbowing my toes over, creating a really nice big rainbow. And I do like a nice big rainbow because here I can feel the stretch in my inner thigh. Many of you might be really flexible, in which case you're not going to feel the the stretch. But if you are a bit tight, like I can be, then I can feel the stretch and it feels lovely. A lovely big rainbow. Just imagine that rainbow in the sky. Lovely big rainbow. Almost there. Okay, and bring it back, draw it in, and we're going to rainbow with the other foot. Nice deep breaths. Do try and have a better layout than I do. I'm trying to avoid this puff on the end there. Nice big rainbow. Lovely. Very good. Lovely rainbows. Well done. We are almost there. One more rainbow. All the way over and back to place your knee back on the mat. Oh, and final child's pose. Whew. That was lovely. I think I might be getting a little bit warm in my fluffy jumper and the candles. Whew. But that was fantastic. Well done. Before you go, then we have a mantra. So again, these are Roxy Nafusi's, whoopsie. And we're going to have one every time we do this. Oh, here we go. Procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. Override the urge to do so and instead take immediate action. No procrastination, no procrastination. So we want to take immediate action. So sometimes I find the best way is just to break down all your tasks into much smaller tasks, write them down, old-fashioned way, pen and paper, and just give yourself a motivation. I time frame them all as well. So I put little time, you know, it's going to take 20 minutes, 2 hours. Nothing should take longer than 2 hours because you don't have the attention span for that. Have my little list. What day am I going to do it? What time am I going to do it? Really helps motivate you. Include things like lunch and anything else so you really have that structure of the day. But I'm a terrible procrastinator. I really am. So that's definitely something I want to work on in 2024. So you can help me. I want to help you. Let's all help each other to not procrastinate. It is self-sabotage. It's not laziness. It's not. It's something different. But let's all help each other. If you're still with me, then I'm just going to do a couple of stretches. I'm going to be in mermaid's pose. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale. Over to one side. Forearm on the mat. Lovely big stretch here. Lovely. And then back to center. Exchange your legs. Lovely big stretch. Back up to middle. I'm going to leave this inner foot here, take this leg out. Not sure what I've got on my trousers. I'm just going to bring my arms forward, touching that toe. But if you can't touch the toe, don't worry. You could have your hands on your, on your thigh, on your sort of calf and shin, on your ankle, or on your toes if you like. Not behind the knee. Please don't grab your leg behind the knee. And then just take an inhale. And on your exhale, just lean forward into that stretch. Good job. And over to the other side. A nice deep inhale. Inhale. Exhale, take it a little bit further. Relax into it. Relax, relax, relax. Excellent. I'm going to take a deep breath here and then finish. Wonderful. And I was just thinking how, so the mantras and the manifestations are in a random order. I'm just picking one for every week and we'll go through all 52. But I was just realizing our mantra was to be excited for new opportunities that each day holds. And our manifestation was not to procrastinate. And they actually reflect each other really nicely. And that was just by chance. So you're not going to procrastinate because you're going to be excited for what each day holds. So don't leave things to tomorrow. Action them now and take on new opportunities tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. Suggestions, recommendations, I love it all. Mwah! Have a wonderful day.